This is one of the most asked questions I get, or similar questions like, do the Stoics believe in God? Can I be Stoic and believe in God? Can I be Stoic and an atheist? And this video will answer all your questions. So, do the Stoics believe in God? Or did the Stoics believe in God? Because when you read some of the ancient texts, you might hear about Zeus, or God, or fate, or logos. And you might be asking yourself, did they believe in God? Is Stoicism a religion? Can I be Stoic and religious? So, the Stoics believed that the cosmos itself was a divine, rational being called the Logos. So when you hear the word Logos floating around in the ancient Stoic text, that is what they mean. They're referring to the divine, rational being, or God, that they sometimes call Zeus. So in Stoicism, God is essentially the organizing rational principle of nature. And many of the early ancient Stoics personified this Logos as Zeus, or fate, or God. Because Epictetus says that philosophers speak of God directing the universe, but emphasizes discovering God's nature, which means to not just talk about which God is real or who's right about this religion or whatever. It's about living in accordance with the beliefs of your God. So for the Stoics, it was to live in accordance with nature. And Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius talk about this as not talk about what a good man is, but be a good man. Ultimately, they're saying, don't talk about being this great Stoic and Stoicism's right, cynicism's wrong, or this religion's right, this religion's wrong. But no, they're saying, just live in accordance with the teachings. Because the teachings aren't teaching you to argue with people and fight. They're teaching you to ultimately be a good person. And the Stoics taught us that a spark of divine reason resides in all of us, with Epictetus saying that a fragment of God is within you. You carry God about you, which means every person has a portion of the universal reason within. And when you can recognize this kinship with God, it will bring about tranquility. And ultimately, that's when you understand your nature as a human. Then it will bring about tranquility. So today, in the modern world, people are asking questions if they can be religious and Stoic, or if they can be atheist and Stoic. And I think you can be whatever you want and still live in accordance with the Stoic philosophy. Because the end goal, the telos of Stoicism, is to live in accordance with nature. And human nature is to follow virtue. Very simply put, it's a bit broader than that, but ultimately it is to follow virtue and be a good person. And I believe it doesn't matter what religion you follow, what belief you hold, you can always be a good person. So you can always be a Stoic. So I hope that cleared up your answers around this. If you have any answers, leave them in the comments. And I would like to say a big thank you for the wonderful, wonderful readers who have reviewed my book and left those wonderful reviews on Amazon or Goodreads, wherever you left them. It's really helpful, not just for me, but it's helpful for people that are looking to read books on Stoicism, and they see these reviews and maybe it explains, what they're looking for. The Everyday Stoic Simple Rules for a Good Life is the best introduction in Stoicism. I've read this review quite a bit. I didn't understand Stoicism, but then I read this book. It's very easy, very practical. So people looking for that kind of book, they can get it and they can discover my writing. Or people that aren't looking for that kind of book can steer away from it. I don't really want a practical guide to Stoicism. I want a in-depth literature from the highest educations. I can't think of the word. University educated mind. Clearly not me. Anyway, it's wonderful that you're leaving those reviews. So thank you for listening. I do really appreciate every one of you that leave comments on these videos. It's just really wonderful, actually. I'm seeing a community of Stoics gathering and building around, and it's just great. is great, because that's what I want. I want people learning from Stoicism, acting on Stoicism, then broadening their circle so they keep pushing out and helping the world around them, help themselves, help the close ones, help the world. Change the world, guys. Anyway, if you're in the mood for learning more Stoicism, just like this, and watching videos exactly like this one with this guy, William, this video right here will be of great use to you. Thank you for listening, and click or go about your day following what you've learned in this video. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day.